Good morning, everyone. So it's finally here. It is travel day. It is about 2:30 in the morning on December 26th, and we are awake. Why? Because we can. Wait, do it again, do it again. He does things, and then he stops as soon as I turn the camera on him. Okay, I've turned it back around to me now. Anyway, it's about 2:30 in the morning, and we are up and around. Security opens at 4 o'clock, and we want to leave here in about an hour. So we are getting up, getting showers, last minute, packing things, and then we will head downstairs to the shuttle service, and we will head over there. All right, so we will see you in a little bit after we're ready for the day. All right, so we are up and dressed. It's only about 3. Sam went to go take a shower this morning, and there was no hot water. So he checked the faucet in the sink.
There's no hot water.
No hot water. So we will be talking to the manager on duty when we go downstairs. Maybe they'll give us some sort of compensation for that. I don't know. But so we are finalized all of our finished, pulling everything together, minus like our phone cords. That way we can make sure they stay good and charged. Everything is over here. We are watching White Christmas while we wait. Flip on the light over here so you can see. So here are 4 of our 5 bags. We've got our check-in bag here, Sam's carry-on, or Sam's personal, Sam's carry-on. My carry-on is here, and my personal bag is back over. So, we are just kind of hanging out for about another half an hour or so, and then we will head downstairs to grab the shuttle and head across. We did get a little notification from Delta. I about had a heart attack because right around the time that we are going is when all of those canceled flights happened from Delta and United and American. I was like, but okay. It was telling us that our flight is departing on time. So, kudos for that. So, we will see you guys here in about half an hour when we are getting ready to head out. I'm over here at our window, kind of looking out at the airport, and I saw this. This is actually gate number 1. We are flying out of gate number 2, but this is right here at the end. You can see right down below, you can see the Southwest counter, and I think Delta's like right next to it or one over. It's like right in front of these doors right here. So we are just kind of hanging out. The parking lot's really full. So a lot of people have been traveling, are traveling currently. I even kind of was looking through the parking garage. You can kind of see it's pretty full in there. So I'm pretty glad that we made the decision to stay the night, because we had talked about just driving down this morning and parking the car, but I don't know if we would have been able to actually park in the parking garage. I don't know if there's any availability in there. So it was also about double the price of staying the night. So we are in the elevator getting ready to head downstairs and catch the shuttle. It is 3:20, and he said it takes about 10 minutes, reflection, to get the shuttle driver here. So we are going to head out and get the shuttle. Well, a lot of time has passed, hasn't it? So let me update you on what's been going on. So as you can tell, we're in our hotel. We are in Orlando. A lot has happened since 3:30 this morning. So here's what happened. So we got over to the airport in Wichita, and we got into the Sky Priority line because we were Comfort Plus, and that gave us Sky Priority. So we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and they turned on the announcements for security at 4 o'clock. We waited some more. It was like 10 after 4 by the time anyone from Delta came out. So, like, Delta was not on my good list to start with today. So, thankfully, we were the first in line. So, we got our bag taken care of. We got up, went through security. Knock on wood, because nothing beeped, nothing went off in security. Whew. So we went over to Dunkin' Donuts, and Sam got just a pink sprinkled donut. Kind of reminded me of the Simpsons donut in like miniature size. And I got 5 little donut holes. I wasn't really super hungry. I got a hot tea. Sam got a drip coffee. Literally, we had about 20 minutes before boarding started for our flight. Typically, this flight leaves at 6. About 3 weeks ago, they pushed it back to 5:30. Which meant a half an hour. They always give you half an hour for boarding. So it was insanity. Okay. Sorry, my arms are tired and I'm tired. So we get into Atlanta about half an hour early. Bonus for us. And then we had to sit on the runway for like 5 minutes because we were half an hour early. And we had to wait for the plane that was at the gate we needed to go to actually leave. So we get into Atlanta, we go from, okay, back up, because this has to do with Atlanta. So we got our drinks, and the lady and guy who were sitting in front of us would jam their seats back. Instead of just reclining them, they would like put them back and like, ugh. So Sam had sat his drink, freshly poured, on his tray. She does this again, and all of a sudden, his Jack and Coke all over us. So, this was an hour into the flight. We still had another hour of the flight. We got cleaned up as best as we could. And so, when we get to Atlanta, we're like, okay, we're going to go to the bathroom, and we're going to change. All of my shorts were in the checked luggage. Thankfully, I was pretty dry. Sam, was like, well, if you can't change, I'm not going to change. And I'm like, no, it's okay. He's like, no, it's fine. So we get to our gate, and I'm needing something to eat. So I grabbed a pink berry smoothie. It was a chocolate hazelnut banana smoothie, and I added peanut butter. It was really good. It kind of took that protein headache away. And so then it's time to board our plane. So we're sitting on our plane, they go through the announcements and yada, 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 and we back up. And we stop. And the flight attendants are talking back and forth because you can hear that dee-dee, and you can see the flight attendant pick up the phone and talk, and then she opens the door to talk to the pilot, and I'm going, something is not right. They're like, we had a mechanical issue during, I forget what they call it, but when they back away from the gate, so they're like, we had maintenance, and they're trying to fix it, and hopefully it'll be a quick fix. It was an hour. We sat on that plane for an hour, and at one point, they actually turned off all of the air, and literally, like, I had an asthma attack on the plane because it was so hot and I couldn't breathe. And I finally went up to the stewardess, and I'm like physically shaking. I'm like, they have got to turn the air back on. I'm having an asthma attack. I can't breathe. And like, they like freaked out. Like 30 seconds later, the air came back on. And, you know, so you're welcome to all the people who were on the ATL to NCO flight with mechanical failure on the 26th. I'm the reason you got air back. So what it was is a starter on the left engine had went out, so they had to replace it. You know, I get that. But they could have had us go off of the plane back into the airport. Like, seriously, leave your luggage on the plane and go sit back down. Whatever. So we finally get into Orlando, and then we are waiting. And we waited 40 minutes on our luggage. I'm going, oh my gosh, what is happening here? And I still am having this really weird cough, and people are looking at me, and I'm like, I have asthma. Just had an asthma attack. I'm like, oh, okay. So we finally get our luggage. So here's the thing, Superstar Shuttle, and we'll have a whole other video just about Superstar Shuttle, but we had to go. Delta's luggage claim is on the B concourse on level 2, so we had to come off, go down to the level 2 on the B side, get our luggage, go back up to like the security area, go over to Terminal A, and go down to the Superstar Shuttle. So we got there, we got checked in, and we sat on a bus. But it had air conditioning. We sat on the bus for about a half an hour, which was, at that point, it had air conditioning. Sam and I weren't literally sitting on top of each other, because the Comfort Plus seats on the flight from Atlanta to Orlando, like, I was sitting like this because the seats were like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not working. So Sam and I are like, okay, we're either going to be the first stops, because there were some people going to Surfside, some people coming to Docks. We're coming to Dockside. And we said, well, we're either going to be first or last. And we were actually the second drop off. So, hey, we were doing good. So we got dropped off at the resort, and they welcomed us. Like, if we ask one person to wait in line and the other person to wait, with the rest of your group to wait in the lobby area. Some people actually followed this, some people didn't. I got in line at 2:58, and by 3:20, we actually had our room. Typically Universal will text you like around 4 or 5, and I told the guy, I said, look, we've been up since like 1 a.m. I've had Jack and Coke spilled on me. I've had an asthma attack. Is there any room available that we can go ahead and have? And he goes, you know what? We do have a room. We will put you in it. Thank you. So we get our room, and we are in Tower 2. We are in Tower 2, 4th floor, 27. So it's 24-27. And there will be, I will tell you right now, we did not film a room tour today. We will give you a room tour a little later. We were just way too tired. So we got all of our, that is my thumb. We got all of our stuff into the room, and we went over, we got cleaned up, we got changed, and we went downstairs and got our annual passes, because Sam and I are not annual pass holders. We are the preferred 2-park annual pass holder. And then we went back downstairs and jumped on a bus over to City Walk. And we'll talk about the bus system and stuff in another video as well. And we ate dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe, and we did take some pictures, and I will make sure and insert the pictures that we took in the end of this video. We got the shareable nachos with the side of guacamole. I got the barbecue pork sandwich with the fries and coleslaw, and Sam got the cheeseburger. And he said he was really good. The bacon, he said, wasn't as good as the bacon cheeseburger he had at the DoubleTree, but that's okay. He said it was still really good. So currently, I am setting, again, my thumb, in our room. Sam is actually across the street at Walgreens, and I'm going to tell you all about that in a Travel Tip Thursday, so make sure, if you're not subscribed, make sure to do that, to make sure to subscribe, hit the notifications, so you hear about the Walgreens and how it will help you when you stay in the summer. He is over there picking up some cough syrup and some bottled water. It's like literally right across the street. I am drinking Starbucks tea, because they have a Starbucks in the lobby, and you can use your Starbucks gift card. Cheers. One of the other things that I did while I am waiting on Sam to get back is I called housekeeping. Each of the beds come with 2 pillows, and I like a lot of pillows, so I called down and asked for 2 more pillows. Plus, we didn't have any washcloths in the room. I know that they're trying to turn over the rooms pretty quick so that they can get the new room people, new residents, new tenants, new occupants into the rooms. So make sure and give housekeeping a break. If you're missing something, just call down and say, hey, we're missing washcloths, or hey, we're missing a towel, or, whatever it may be. So it is about 7 o'clock. We have been up since like 1. And so we are going to call it a night. Tomorrow, we have a lot of fun things. First full days in theme parks. You won't want to miss it. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever had just travel days seem to be insane? And I told Sam it's the curse of the checked bag. Every time we check a bag, something happens. Let me know in the comments. Does this happen to you? Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with a whole new video. Bye!